Right then, people, we're back inside the building. Welcome back to Trickstar Radio. That one coming from Seanie T alongside Sarah C. Track entitled Blaze Fire Bun. Wicked sounds. And we are moving now into a conversation about this new release, which is dropping this weekend.
Can I just...
Oh, carry on.
Sorry, brother. Let me interject quickly. I just want to big up King Tubby Sound, because we shot the video around King Tubby Sound. So big up Natty Harvey on Father Says So. I really got to just say that, because I'll forget if I don't say that.
Fair enough, man. I mean, that's something. If anything, that's possibly the best interjection we could have had at that point in time. So that's all good with me, man. Kind of with that then, moving forward, we're going to be looking at Veterans and obviously the remixes that are dropping for it. I want to kind of talk about the original track first of all, because I remember it landing and being so kind of blown away by the lineup that was involved. Like, how did this kind of level of tune come together, where you've got so many legendary faces involved in one studio?
Okay, well, it comes from like my background in sound system. You know what I mean? I grew up on a sound. Like, I've even got a sound called Styling Media. Got all heap of dub plates and everything. We're just about to try and launch off again. You know what I mean? It's an old sound, and with my background, Saxon, Kilimanjaro, Cox, and Unity sound, and this, it's always been about more than. It's always been about MCs, you know what I mean? In hip hop we call it MCs, in the dancehall we call them DJs, disc jockey, and ride rhythm. You know what I mean? So there's always been, like, the Saxon, if we take Saxon sound, they had Levi, Tipper, Colonel, Junior sound, Senior sound. You know what I mean? It was an army. Unity had Demon Rockers, Flinty, Navigator. You know what I mean? Peter Bounce. So it's always been like a posse move type of thing. So when it came to the Veterans, I just thought, let me just call in some of my friends and have a laugh. That's how it really came about, you know what I mean? Just bringing everybody on that song is my friend, and I've got a personal relationship. I've done something for them and they've done something for me, and that's how it came together. You know what I mean? That's exactly how it came together. You know what I mean? So it was really a simple thing.
Amazing, man. I mean, when you look through how many legendary faces are on this, though, it is kind of like, it's almost like a kind of like flick book of all the people that have kind of been involved with almost like UK hip hop, and to an extent kind of UK dancehall as well. There's been a lot of people that have kind of had that sort of switch over. Again, how was the response to this when it first landed? Because I feel there would have been so much like natural reach from having so many people involved.
Yeah. It's been crazy. The funny thing is, right, when I record it, I don't let nobody hear it until I'm ready to release it, because I didn't want it to hit the streets. So we recorded it, it was all put together. So let me just tell a bit about the studio session. I invited everybody. I gave everybody the rhythm, and everybody went, "That's bad." You know what I mean? And then I just said, "Okay, we're going to studio on this date." And when everybody got in the studio, once you put artists together in a studio with rhythm, they're going to do what they naturally do. Of course. And that's all, and it came together. So I got Creed from the garage world. I got Hill Street Soul, who's an R&B singer. You know what I mean? I got Tony D. These are my... You know, I mean, Tony D is a battle rapper. I don't know if you know Tony D.
You know what? I had Tony D on the show a few months ago. Honestly, one of my favourite people we've had on the show as well.
And for me, he was one of my favourite battle rappers. So he invited me to do something for him. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me return the favour for that, brother. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Plus, I rated him as a battle rapper before I even worked with him. To work with him is like, wow, that's Tony D. And he's like, that's Seanie T type of thing. So I was like, it's such great mutual respect. So bringing everybody in the studio and just chuck them in there. It was really as simple as that. You know what I mean?
Amazing,
and it's such a great vibe. It's like 4 bars. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give a big shout out to my bridge in Ty. You know what I mean? Who passed away, R.I.P. Ty. Because his input to make sure the video was shot properly, and you know what I mean, the energy for the video, he had a lot to do with it, I can say. Just his organisation in school, just picking up and seeing things like, Shawnee, right, you're down in the studio working still, right, just make sure this happens and this happens, and you know what I mean. So vibes like that was incredible. You know what I mean? And you know, you got dancehall artists, you got hip hop artists, you know, it's just amalgamation of vibes, you know what I mean?
Definitely, man.
That's what it really is.
I mean, you kind of look through the kind of lineup with it. We see all these different faces involved, and obviously, when looking through your kind of discography, we see a lot of the projects you kind of work on over the years are so kind of based in collaboration. Like, how important has that been to your kind of career as a whole?
Definite. Oh man, you know what? I just love that vibes of the more we are together, we are one. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And that really, that's like a standpoint for me. You know what I mean? If we get together, I can walk and I can walk alone. But just imagine if there's 2 of us, there's 4 of us, where there's a strength in numbers. You know what I mean? So, and that's what kind of brought the energy around. Just you know, I just kind of grew that way. In reality, it's just a natural thing. So you could say like Veterans thing is just an extension of sound system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And that's the thing about this tune that I kind of clocked onto quite quickly. It did really have that kind of system vibe of obviously kind of dropping a 4-bar, then toasting onto the next person, then onto the next person. And that's something that's very kind of nostalgic, but obviously with it being recorded very recently, it has that nice blend of kind of nostalgia with kind of modernism. So obviously the single dropped to begin with, and now we've got the remixes. So what kind of prompted the remixes coming together?
Well, do you know what, bro? People, like, when it came out, people hit me up. They hit me up. Like, Daz IQ just, like, from Bugs in the Attic, just hit me up and he went, Shawnee, bro. Because Daz is a good friend of mine from many, many years ago. We worked on a track called Mastermind many years ago. That had, like, I think, 16 or 18 MCs on there. That was back in the day, Mastermind track. And he just hit me up and he just went, Shawnee, let me do a remix. I went, there's the stems, bro. It was simple as that.
As simple as that.
Simple as that. Like, I got a lot of friends, you know what I mean? A lot of the artists are my friends. I call them my friends, you know what I mean? We've been doing things together for many, many years, you know what I mean? So it's easy to pick up a phone and say, you know, man's at the end of the phone and say, yo, or they say, yo, to me, can I do this? And I say, it's quite organic and really plain and simple, you know what I mean? So that's how the Daz one came about. Then Shep hit me up and said, okay, we got a couple of other guys that want to do like the Wrong Tom. And I was like, oh, definitely. And I just, you know, people are just bringing a fresh energy to it. So it's really interesting to kind of hear what people want to do and their perception of my music and what they feel they could hear in it. And it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful 100%,
thing. Man. 100%.
Appreciation. They're showing their appreciation for it. And I can't knock that.
100%, man. And I think as well, obviously, with Nice Up being the kind of label they are, they're very good at kind of putting together these projects and kind of giving them that kind of professional spin and making sure as many people hear it as possible. Like, it's been really, really cool to kind of get this one set up. And then obviously have you on the show as well, kind of talking through your kind of like catalogue and obviously talking through the idea of building the album in different places. I've got to say, this has been one of the my favourite interviews we've done on the show, so thank you for coming on.
Respect for that, Jay. Agent COVID.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to tell the story very quickly of the conversation we had on the phone yesterday. This week, I won't lie, when I've been getting people, like ringing people before coming on the show and like working out what the kind of plan is, I've had 3 people say, oh, how do you pronounce your name again? And I go, Kovu, and they go, COVID, and it's happened 3 times in a row. And you know what? I'm just going to roll with it soon. I think that's just what we're going to have to do. Dude, right, what we're going to do is we're going to get into one of these remixes to finish off today's show. We're getting into the Wrong Tom one because I've heard this one and it just caught me instantaneously.
Yes.
What can we expect from this remix?
Oh, bruv, it's the breakbeat type of thing. I just, do you know what, bro? Wrong Tom, you know what I mean? He's such a good guy. You know what I mean? And I just love his energy. You know, he done the Roots Maneuver one as well. Remember, like, he done the album with Roots, Duppy Right or something like that? Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? I just love his energy. He brings such a great spin to it. So people just tune into the Wrong Tom vibes. You know what I mean? It's unique Wrong Tom style. That's all I can say. So check it out.
That's what we like to hear, man. That's what we like to hear. Dude, It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Just before we finish up, I do want to make sure people are able to kind of follow you on different platforms if they are locked in. So what's the best social media platform for people to hit you up on?
Right, you can check me out on Facebook. I'm just on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram thing. If you follow me on Facebook, I put up jokes, people. And sometimes they're kind of edgy. So if you touchy-feely and you don't like it, I can tell you now, don't be my friend.
That's what we like to hear, though, man. That's cool.
What I'm going to say, but you follow me on any of those platforms, you'll find me.
Yeah, there we go.
It's all love, really.
That's what we like to hear, man. Okay, cool. Well, people, we have come to an end on this interview, dude. It's been wicked having you on the line. I've really enjoyed this one, and I'm looking forward to seeing this one drop tomorrow. The remixes are out tomorrow for veterans. Make sure you do go and cop them as they land. People, this is going to be the end of the show as well. We are going to finish off with the Wrong Tom remix, and you do have the wonderful Azaria back in the building from 10 till 12, taking you through for Trickstar Brunch. This is going to be it from me, and then following that, I'm going to be back same time tomorrow morning. We're going to be joined by a man like Jay Trigger, all the way from Zambia, talking through his brand new single, what he's got on the way, and of course, looking into Fresh Fridays. Duke's Guy will be in the building as well as we break down all of the new music that's going to be taking place and being released tomorrow morning. Obviously, Friday is big release day, and we're going to be rating and slating all the new ones that are dropping across all stores. Remember, you can catch this show, the podcast for it, via Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Music. You can catch us on all of those platforms, and of course, check out the videos for the interviews over on youtube.com/CubCamTV. Make sure you go and grab that Trickstar Radio app as well. It is available in the App Store and Google Play, and we shall see you all next time, my friends. Keep it locked.